This is a world where you can only smile. If you don't smile, you'll turn into organic fertilizer. The doctor and Bill arrived here. An emoji robot handed them 2 yellow badges. These badges can reflect a person's emotions, but they can only see other people's emotions. The two arrived at a greenhouse where vegetables were being grown. The system was spraying fertilizer according to plan, but the doctor was very confused. He didn't see any signs of humans. Bill became curious about the composition of the fertilizer. The doctor used his sonic screwdriver to open a fertilizer manufacturing machine. Inside was a pile of bones. The doctor picked up a skull and sensed it. He finally discovered the terrifying truth. The expressions on the badges of the two also changed. If they didn't leave, they would also become fertilizer. Unfortunately, there were numerous robots around them. They quickly surrounded the two. The doctor suddenly understood. These robots were supposed to bring humans eternal happiness, but a programming error had distorted their definition of happiness. Anyone who was unhappy would be immediately killed. The two deceived the robots with fake smiles. They then inspected the walls, discovering that the city was composed of countless micro-robots. They then arrived at the spaceship where the first colonists had landed. Guided by the map, the doctor reached the engine core of the spaceship and reversed the engine's polarity, intending to melt the core and trigger a massive explosion. At this point, Bill discovered human history. After reading it, he learned that Earth had erupted into an irreversible large-scale war, no longer suitable for human habitation. People had no choice but to come here to rebuild their homes. Bill hurried to find the doctor, encountering a young boy along the way. It turned out there were still humans on this spaceship. The doctor rushed back to the engine room to stop the explosion, nearly destroying humanity's last hope. The doctor reviewed the ship's logs and discovered that everything had been normal until someone died. The robots saw everyone plunged into sorrow, mistakenly believing it to be unhealthy, defining sorrow as the enemy of happiness, and killing everyone who refused to smile. When the awakened humans learned the truth, the angry crowd took up arms to resist, but the entire city was composed of robots, and they had no chance of victory. The doctor removed the robot's core, raised the sonic screwdriver, and everyone fell unconscious. When the people regained consciousness, the doctor said he had reset all the robots' instructions. At this point, the robots had forgotten who humans were and had evolved into a new intelligent species, the Wadi tribe. The doctor addressed the leader of the Wadi tribe. These are the orphans of the universe. They will live in your city. Though humans may not accept this fact, they have no choice but to compromise, to preserve the last embers of humanity. The doctor advised humans to smile more, to avoid war at all costs, for it is not the robots who will destroy you, but yourselves.